Hello, welcome to the Honest Wargamer. I'm your host Rob. This is another Slapchop show where I just paint some miniature pretty badly while the Twitch chat bully me. That's the show. That's what we're doing. What are we painting? We're painting this guy, Ragnar Gunstein. Now the chat, not me, the chat thought Ragnar Gunstein was Grendel Grendinson, the idiots. And here's like a really nice Grendel Grendelson done by the Suggs. But it is not Grendel Grendinson. Yeah, they're wrong and stupid, right? And instead, it's none of these things. We're painting Ragnar Gunstein, right? Ragnar Gunstein. Yeah, he is a squat ammo jack. Okay, and so I'm going to paint him up. Now, if you have been paying attention to Slapchopping, I've pre-slapchopped these. So as you can see here, right, I've pre-slapchopped Grendel Grendinson, not Grendel, Ragnar, obviously. Ragnar Ragnarsson, right? Right? Right, Ron just assumed he's dwarf, that's all. That's true, that's correct. And I'm going to be painting. Now, I'm going to be talking to the Twitch chat about whatever stuff they want to talk about while I paint this stuff. I have some water right here in my Montana Paints cup. I am using a Games Workshop layer brush. Potentially, I might use another brush, I don't know. And I'm using some contrast. I've pre-shaded or added value to this or slap chopped it, and then I was going to add some paints while I just talk. This may take 12 hours, so get ready. Sip it. I'm not sipping the paint. Chat, how are you? Time to just see how you are. What have you been working on? What are you painting? I'm going to start by trying to do his flesh. And his flesh, I'm going to use the wonderful Fyreslayer flesh. That's what I'm going to use. There's going to be some noise on the camera, but because the parts of the mini are so small, I've really zoomed in the camera digitally. So there's going to be some issues with the bit of noise that you'll see, like the kind of the bitty nature of the video. So just be conscious of that. It shouldn't look like this. Contrast flesh is the worst. I quite like contrast flesh. I think it's good. I'm stuck at work. Boo! But really enjoying painting in my Pink Horror Stormcast boys for AOS. I'm super happy, super duper Mac. Well done, you. I hope it's well. What's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Is there anything you'd like me to ask me any questions about? Any hot goss going on around the world? Oh, I didn't bring my wet palette. Shit. Hold on, I do need a wet palette. Give me a second on this again. Right, okay. Wet palette achieved. There we go. We're back. It could be an STL Mini. That's easier to get. Is it back? Is it easier to get? We're talking about doing a paint along. Like everyone does a paint along next week. The most easy one is just a Stormcast dude. Surely it's just everyone has got access to a Stormcast dude somewhere. Or we should just go all out. I gotta say, oh no, we're already derailed from actually painting. 1 second. We should just do this. Is it going to be in stock? I'm not sure everyone... This should be the one that we do, in my opinion. Like, the best miniature in the world. 1 second. This guy, the Fungoid Cave Shaman, because he would slap chop up a delightful treat, right? Like, he is like... I think everyone would just enjoy painting up a Goblin Shaman. Like, that's a pretty fun paint job we could all do as like a paint along. But anyway, that's not what we're doing now. Right, okay, I've immediately got this miniature out, and I don't think it's got any skin on. So he gets skipped. Warlord times 4. Are you going to do Best Galician Champions to use video? Yes, Eon Blue. I am going to do that. That's correct. Okay, let me just try and get this zoomed in. There was a question. Weird rules question, if you don't mind, Rob. Corn Slaughter Priest can attempt to dispel one and a spell to start the hero phase in the same manner as a wizard. Does this mean it can still chant prayers? Can it still chant prayers? I think it gives up. Does it not give up the chants in order to do the prayer? I'd have to double check that. That's a great question. I'm painting a few tanks for Heresy. We should all do a paint along together. I'll have to double check. Is the answer? There you go. So there's the skin. Nice thing because I've done I've added the value already. Contrast also goes on super nice and easy, so it's not too much of a challenge. Hope you guys can see that. There you go. This is actually pretty much my absolute limit for painting something this small. I don't know if does anyone else use like a magnifying glass or surely something? I could barely see the mini, is what I'm gonna say. Like, I can't believe people can see stuff this small. In fact, actually, it's easier looking for me on the screen than using my actual eyes. So there you go. So there's his face done for the moment. We'll just let that dry. So I think that looks okay. Pretty simple, pretty nice. We'll go back to that in a minute. I use reading glasses. Magnifying glasses are a game changer, plus good lighting. Magnifying glasses. Ironically, after mentioning the idea, I'm teaching every Wednesday now for the next 4 weeks. Oh, paint his clothes in skin like he's wearing a skin suit. Oh no, I'm not doing that. That's gross. Like, at all am I doing that. Right. Definitely easy if you drill a hole in the stick and not a paper clip, speaking to somebody with big hands. Appreciate you, Rage Pyro. As some of my friends do, I feel like they struggle with them too. You need those hobby glasses. They're getting old. You do this all day, it will damage your eyes. Oh, really? Okay, that's good. That's good information. Hobby glasses might be my next purchase. I don't know if anyone has any hobby glasses, but I feel like I'll look like a safe cracker. Is how I would look. I have a magnifying lamp, but I find it difficult to use. Rob, have you got any blue tack? If so, whack some on the top of paint pot for use their head. Thanks, bud. I might try that. Oh no, I can't. You can't see. I might try that, but right now, this wasn't super prepared. I mean, I did pre-slapchop them, but I guess the correct the real painters, what they do is they then drill them, put blue tack on, they do all that jazz. And obviously, I'm not at that stage. Okay, pretty simple. Skin's done. I have put way too much on my wet palette. Way too much there. So I've got these. Thank you very much, Roscoe. I'll check that out. I think I did a whole video about those glasses. Was the video where he neither liked them or didn't like them. And yet they existed. It was the video somehow, a video about them existing, and yet you weren't sure whether or not he ended up liking them or not liking them. But how can you tell? Are the gloves fingerless? I don't think. No, the gloves aren't fingerless. No, they're regular gloves. You would look like you're cooking meth. You definitely would look like that. He's Schrodinger's content creator. Yes. You never know how he feels about anything. Right, so we need a green for the trousers. We're going to start on the trousers. And so I picked out a couple of greens. There's an orc flesh, but I think that will be... I want something a little bit lighter. So I'm going to go for Mantis Green Warrior because it's quite vibrant. I think that'll be quite fun paint to do. So this is going to be on his trousers, his little booties. And then maybe on his coat and jacket underneath. That could be a little bit tough to do. So again, so Mantis Warrior Flesh. I add water always whenever I'm using contrast. This is for me. I'm sure Angel Corraldes probably doesn't do that, but I do it. God knows. And then there you go, try and paint it for you guys. So because that pre-shading's already on, it just does all that work for you. And there you go. I only ever have to do a single coat of contrast. And there you go. Easy peasy. Just done, I think. I think those are straps. So that's his trousers. It's quite a bright, that's quite a light green. I don't know if it's like the source. Yeah, it's quite light. But he can be a bit shiny. That's fine. We'll go for something a bit like that. That's quite fun. Someone at Sydney was sobbing into a co-worker watching you add water to the contrast. That's all I could ever want. Like giant Rob hand and tiny Rob body on screen at the same time really messes with my head somehow. Sorry. There you go. That's quite a nice green. It's quite light actually as a paint. Quite like that. It's quite fun. I'm trying to think about what other stuff I would use that for. I definitely use that for like, you know, like magic on like trolls or something. That's quite fun. That's quite a fun color, Mantis Warrior. I think it might be only the second or third time I've used it. This is one of the other things that, like, again, not being a good painter, but like starting to watch like paint reviews and stuff. It's crazy that like people are very kind of like, hey, dude, that looks great. That looks great. I think that's nice, easy peasy and done. Is what I'm going to say on that. I'm trying to work out if I reckon this bit on the top is also kind of his undershirt. I think looking at it, it looks like an undershirt. Um, uh, My favourite step is using a wet palette before you dry brush. Every time I come on these, my goal is to coerce you to use Sigval Burgundy, but surely there's a spot for it. Maybe we'll try and find out. We'll try and find out if there's a spot for it. We'll leave this for a minute. And we'll try and work out where the actual other bits are, and then we'll come back. So that's our definite colour, mantis green for that, which I think looks quite nice. Then we've got like a leather colour. So we'll go for Gorgrunt fur for the leather colour. That's a great leather colour. Gorgrunt fur. And then we'll crack on from there. We need a lot of metal, so we're going to use like Griff Charger or something like that, I think. I'm really excited. So one of the things that I'm actually very excited, the reason, if you're a Necromunda weirdo for the Tuesdays, the bit that I'm quite excited about Necromunda, or one of the reasons I'm excited about Necromunda, is because you just get to do a single paint job like this. I recognize this guy's an expensive dude. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I recognize he's an expensive miniature, and you know, it's lucky I get to paint him. It's lucky I get to have him and stuff. But like with Necromunda, as an example, versus maybe AOS. Like with AOS, I'm like, right, I'm painting these 10 dudes. You know, that's my next job is to paint these 10 dudes, or you know, this infantry unit or whatever. But with Necromunda, I'm just like, cool, I'll just do Grendel. Or not, this isn't Grendel, though. Ragnir. I'm just going to do Ragnir, and then that's me done, like, on adding a dude into my little squad. And I quite like that. I paint a dude, and I've added it in. Like, that's pretty cool, right? In my opinion. So there we go. Like, because it's quite fun, because as I'm getting into it, like, trying to be, like, the best painter I can be, while also painting as fast as I can via Slapchopping. Like I have no fear. Like I don't think, oh, I'm gonna play an army next week and worry about painting to my fullest potential, because I will just paint that like so fucking fast and get it done so quick. I've got no stress about that, right? But you know, it's less daunting thinking I'm just gonna paint one guy pretty well. I'm gonna try quite hard on one dude. It's quite a fun little feeling as like a wargamer versus a painter. Like I'm a wargamer first, painter second. Like I paint because I would like to play the games versus painting for fun. So this is quite. Oh no, I've been leaning over again. Sorry, chat. There we go. Can you see? There you go. Pretty nice, I think. That looks pretty good so far. Yeah, not too bad. We'll keep going though. Okay, so there's his little booties. So it's got a bunch of stuff on the booties there. We'll come back to the other leather in a bit. Although maybe we could just do it all in one blast. Actually, we've just got to be quite careful with it. I think you missed a bit on the back of one of them. No, there's some like he's got like some armor. Like metal armor. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. We'll just do that. But he does have like steel soled boots. So I'm gonna try and do the steel sole. And then he's got like a little like strap over it. So we'll do that as well. I think that'll be fun. And I think actually I've missed the top of his boot, to be honest. So I'm gonna do that now. Good old safety boots. Exactly. Listen, if you are a squat ammo jack, whatever the fuck that is, then you need as much protection as possible. You're close to the ground, and you are doing all of the damage. There we go. It's pretty fun. Oh, nice. Nice. Hey, question about Slapchop. How do you take care of your brushes? I feel like contrast fucks the bristles super quick. I don't know. I don't really take care of my brushes. Like, I just use them. I don't really have an answer for that. Sorry, bro. I don't really think the brushes get that fucked up doing it. Is my answer. Oh my god, this is so small. Like, this is literally insane. How do they expect you to paint this? What the fuck? Okay. Okay. This is legitimately probably the smallest miniature I've painted. Like, this is tiny. Can you guys see? Yeah. I need some more paint. Lick them regularly. So, yeah, soak the contrast off. Yeah, 23 months. Thanks for resubscribing. Thanks, Tarquin What up? Do let the paint get to the ferrule. I don't know. Like, I don't think I've bought any like high-end brushes in a very long time. I just use regular brushes, and then I just use a lot of water and brush it off. Hold on, try and make that so you can see it. If that's the answer. There you go. I'm quite intimidated now by thinking about minis I might paint that aren't going to be Slapchop. Like, I did want to get a Bretonian army done for the launch of Old World, but now my friend Thomas said he's going to paint it, which I'm super happy about because he's like, you print it, I'll paint it, we can own it together. I was like, yes, Tom, because there's absolutely no way would I be able to paint like traditionally. I think it would just take too long. I just don't know if I could be asked anymore, to be honest. So just trying to get this leather layer on, like on the smallest area in the world. That's insane, how small that is. War Master Army coming soon. Absolutely not painting that. First Rob Catan part now call them small. They are small. What the hell, man? They're tiny. Oh my god, this is actually so small and stressful. I can't talk, which is not really where I've ever been at a painting level. Okay. I've just decided I'm using this color on all the fucking visible leather. I'm just going in hard, and then hopefully it reaches it. That's what, like, we hope we get there. Oh my god, there's so many little bits. Okay, we need to work out what color his armor's going to be, and in the picture it's copper, and mixed with kind of a gold. Well, it's kind of a gold, so I think we're going to go old school Nasdaq yellow, and see what that reads like, which could be scary. It could fuck it up. It really could, but we're going to go for it anyway. I mean, you can't talk at all that well to begin with, so the painting isn't affecting you that much. Oh, Dark Lord of Cheese has donated £10 to the show. Have some coffee and some cake. Thanks, dude. I am. Oh, that's actually super nice of you. Thanks. That's actually super nice. I'm gonna I was gonna stay in the venue today because I'm watching the cash at the minute. I normally take myself out like once every other couple of days to get out of the venue because when you're in here all day, it's just a bit much. But that's fucking fab. I'm going to be able to get myself a coffee and a cake. That is great news for me. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, dude. That's real nice, yeah. Enjoy it, mate. Thanks, buddy. Tarkonex, love you too, bud. Did the IKEA arrive? Yes. So people who don't know what we're talking about, I mentioned on the stream the other day, me and my partner moved in together. Super happy about that. She's a wonderful human, and I'm just the luckiest person to get to hang out with her. I know that's super lame, but whatever. I feel very lucky. And she moved in. She ordered herself a bunch of furniture for her room. We have separate rooms. I snore too much. And then I spent... It came yesterday morning at 7:30, and then I spent all of yesterday. I built a set of cupboards, a set of drawers, and a TV stand, like a true boyfriend. Like a true boyfriend. I demanded cups of tea. The first two bits I stuck together were the wrong way round. We won't tell her that. I undid them and then rebuilt them. get the CPAP, you'll feel so much better. I'm just waiting on it from the NHS, Gangsters of Paradise. I've got a CPAP machine on the way. It's just um, currently, like the NHS is taking a while to get that stuff. Uh, and you're ruining your health. Like it's on the way. I've just got to wait for it to come. Anyway, so then I built loads of IKEA stuff, and I feel like a little bit like it's just nice doing like trad family stuff with your partner. It was just nice stuff. I had a lovely time. It was fucking backbreaking, uh, like, but it's all sorted now, which is really nice. And then hopefully she feels a bit more comfortable in the space because it's got a bit of boy flat energy right now. So CPAP machine saved my life. Yeah, Gitley, I know everyone who says they've got one. I need one. I just don't have one yet. Like I went for sleep analysis like nearly a year ago now, and then they took like a few months to like get back to me with an appointment, and then I had like a sleep test, and then they took like 6 months to get back to me, and they were like, you have severe sleep apnea, and then they eventually got back to me with like, we're going to get you a machine, but it took a while for that to happen. Well, I haven't had the machine yet, so there you go. Mm. Gangster Paradise, £750 roughly, if my games are currently correct. Yeah, they cost a lot. Trad husband Rob, new character, yeah. When I used to snore really bad, I was sharing a hotel with my friends, and they ended up covering my face with 5 pillows and a sheet whilst I kept snoring. That's rough. You should get some step ladders, help her set up table. Yes, she's less impressed once you start painting the furniture black. I slapchopped the furniture. That made her livid. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, let's stop being a fucking girlfriend boy and talking about it and get on with some Warhammer. Come on, boys. Is everyone excited about talking about Old World tomorrow? Is anyone not interested at all? Interested in both those two things. I have severe sleep apnea, and the machine did help a lot, which is better now, even without the machine. Yeah, I haven't got the machine yet, so everyone's telling me it's a game changer, but you're just making me jelly, because mine is not a game changer. I do not have one, and so I am suffering still. Are you going to decorate the wall with texture brick paper? No. No, I am not. Look at this. I think this is looking pretty good. What do you all think? I think he's looking okay so far. He's looking quite vivid. I'll be interested in the old world once they release the skeleton pharaohs. I mean, I think that's the launch box. So that's the excitement, right? That the launch box is going to be the Tomb Kings. I personally am quite excited by that. But again, we don't know all of the information, so we're waiting to find out what that information may or may not be. Anyway, right, okay, so not 100% sure what else is leather at the minute, so I feel okay and comfortable where we are, and then we'll come back to this. Won't OBR just disappear back into old world? What, OCRX? No. Supermat Dupermat, thanks for subscribing. Really appreciate that. Dibs on your Tomb King halves. Sure, deal. As soon as I hear anything, I'll shout you out. Thanks, Tom Stars. Appreciate you. What's over on 2 launch boxes? Orcs and Goblins versus Empire and Bretonnia versus Tomb Kings. I think the reason Tomb Kings and Bretonnia makes the most sense, if there's anything that makes sense from that company, is that we need a different color. Is that like those are the two units, armies. Those are 2 armies which are the most iconic. Like, I get Empire's iconic and Goblins are iconic, but like, I feel like if you do Empire versus Orcs and Goblins, like, I think that's a very, like, not replicatable, but I think there's going to be a lot of versions of stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of like launch boxes or stuff that look like that. Whereas Tomb Kings versus Bretonnia is like, it's a little bit more out there. Also, they get to flex. They've got the money, so they're not just going to release some Bretonnia Knights. They'll release Bretonnia Knights painted up by some of the best painters in the world. Yeah, with some Tomb Kings. Like, it'll look the business, right? Like, I think it's just got like a little bit more like a little bit more punch, and I'm not sure why, right? And there are also two armies that don't directly translate to AOS. I'm using snakebite leather now. Is the next color I'm using. I'm using snakebite leather, and I'm doing this on the backpack, so it's more of a leather. And it's two factions that actually are not available anymore. Other factions, yeah. I think it's kind of a better marketing move to do those as the launch boxes. So it's probably what I would do. Especially because like Skaven is in the old world. Skaven is in Age of Sigmar as well. So like, I maybe would have gone with Skaven. Skaven's pretty cool. It's in Vermintide, so I maybe would have done Skaven, but it's not. So I guess, go off. Tomb Kings, Two Kings. The second-hand prep prices are crazy, but you're smart, Rob. Games Workshop isn't. That is daunting that I've been described as smart, but yes. I'd agree. Cup, thanks for resubscribing. Hello, lads. CanCon this weekend. Bringing Gits. Fucking pumped. Cup, I'm really excited for you. Really, really excited for you. CanCon, let's go. You're taking Gits? That's hot. Can I just say one thing, Cup? I hope you're on Twitter, and if you're not, if you're on some social media space, please just take loads of photos. Just photo literally as much as you can. Events sometimes just never have enough photos and stuff go out, and I really wish we could get more photos. That would be cool. OJ, hey Rob, I've told you how much I fucking love Stormcast. They got a grip on my heart. I can't let go. Good morning, Owen. Good morning, Owen. You have told me that you love Stormcast. You're golden boys, and they're no longer ruining the game you love, which is lovely to hear. I love that. More importantly, playing Git's hot girl shit. That is hot girl shit. It's a Git summer. Like, that's what it is. It's what is that song? The song by Chet Hanks is White Boy Summer, isn't it? So you need like Green Goblin Summer. I'm sure someone's done a better version than me. I am not a musical genius. So, dude, this is taking ages. That's quite nice though, the snake bite. Like, I know it's quite what's the right word? Like, there's not that much difference between the snakebite and the Cygor, but I think there's enough. I think there's enough that you can kind of differentiate. Sock sandals, and Stormcast. My new podcast, Sock Sandals and Stormcast. One man's take on Age of Sigmar. He's just Owen vibing in his garden. Gitley, look after yourself. Stay really well, man. How did Lumes suddenly get OP, Rob? Don't understand the shooting. Okay, let me answer some of those other things. But yeah, we should come back to that at some point. That backpack, splash of get out. I'm not doing burgundy. Okay, shh. That's a metal box you're painting. At the bottom. Oh no. Scripts. See, you're right. Oh, it's too late now. It's too late now. Hold on. Yeah, because he's got like a bag on top. Okay, I saved it actually. I think I saved it. That's quite a nice thing. That's all saved. So just load of water, saved it. There we go. It's going to take a minute before I can put any paint actually on there now, but that's fun. OBR's Drain Vitality spell, it forces a roll of 6 to be hit to rerolled. Would this be classified as triggered effect? If so, how does it work against other opposing triggered effects? Whoever's turn it is takes priority. That's one answer I do know. Harlequins. The bottom. Have you painted this guy, Ziggy? This is a great little dude. I'm very excited about having this guy painted up. I've got a couple of like the Forge World. Hey, by the way, if anyone's like, oh, I really like Rob, really want to help Rob out, just buy me some Forge World special characters like these dudes, like anything for Necromunda. Like, I want the whole lot. I am completely nuts about this shit. I don't know why. It's just blowing my mind. It's this guy, Ragnar Gunstein, Squat Ammo Jack. It's who it is. This little dude. How many pieces did he come in? You've got the body. We have the head. We've got the arm. We've got another arm. We've got some like ammo crates. Probably won't paint them today. It's boring. But I'll just try and paint the main dude. There we go. Like, okay, so I'll try and do that box. Yeah, so but the bottom looks like it's actually a box, like a boom box. The problem is on the website is, oh, there is a 360. All right, nice. Okay, I'm going to use this 360 a bit more. Try and work out. So he is carrying like an ammo crate at the bottom. Okay. So yeah, I think I've done that now. And his little green panties do go up here. All right. This is going to be interesting. Better than Rob Necromancer Weirdo Sykes. That's me. That's me. Super. I'm at the weirdo stage of being in this hobby right now. So, okay. So I think that looks pretty swish. In my personal opinion, I think that looks pretty swish. The backpack. Oh yeah, there's a leather strap, but that leather is going to be this color. What boggles my mind is people paint this stuff and then edge highlight this stuff at this level, and I can barely put contrast on it at this level. Like, this is crazy. I think there's a strap you missed on the left. Oh, at the top. Yeah, there is. Fucking, I love how the chat can see better than I can actually see the miniature. That's crazy. Okay, there we go. There we go. He's looking pretty good. He's looking pretty good. Like, I mean, I'm like, I never thought he'd look like outrageous, but I don't hate that. That's pretty good. Oh, I need orange. I need to go pick up the orange paint in a minute. We'll do the silver now. Okay, so that seems like an easy one. We'll go do the silver. So there's a couple of ways to do the silver. You can use one of these two colors basically, Griff Charger or Basilicum Grey. Basilicum Grey works like better if you're trying to do like a grimmer silver, like a darker silver. How do you clean your forgeable models before painting? I just stick them in a bathtub and then I rub them with a toothbrush. Not a bathtub, like hot soapy water, and then I use a toothbrush, and that's how I clean them. And then that's pretty easy way of going through stuff. Stupid question, maybe, but will you have tournaments in Nottingham in May or later in the summer? Because I'm wanting to come over from the mainland back in the UK for a few tournaments at the arena. Hey, Dark Lord the Cheese, yes. One of my jobs is to. I'm pushed out till my schedule's pushed out now till mid-February. I'd like to go beyond that. So I know some people book tournaments months and months in advance. I'm just sometimes not like I just don't know what I'm going to be doing that far out. But I'm going to try and commit to doing stuff that far out. So I'm going to put that in the schedule, basically. And then, yes, there will be some tournaments here at the arena. People can come and play in. But there should always be like an Age of Sigmar tournament a month at least, and then hopefully soon a 40k tournament a month with like some specialist game stuff like Star Wars and things coming in the future. Okay, so Basilicum Grey, as you can see on the wet palette, is kind of like, it almost looks black in some ways. So you use this on this armor, on this kind of ammo stuff here. And then I think I need to maybe thin it down a little bit. There we go. And because you already got quite a like metallic kind of tone with the dry brushing. That's already done a lot of the work for you. So all you got to do is just add the grey, and then that should finish it off. Like the Griff Charger stuff gives it kind of like a blue, so that works better for kind of more burnished steel or like, kind of lighter, almost a silver is what I'd say. But I quite like this for like a dark metal. I think it's okay for a dark metal. I mean, you could just Slapchop and then just use metallic paints. Not as in like over the top, but metallic paints pretty much, you could just do metallic paint wash. It's not a very slow that's not a very like long process, right? Like, do sculptors, how do you clean only the other side of his arm as a whole? Yeah. Morning all. Hello, Rob Kelly. Hope you're doing well. Let me just get some more of it. I need some more. what is it? Gore Grunter? Yeah. This is the leather colour that we did earlier. It still what's wild to me is I'm still really enjoying the process of painting this way. And I know like the meme of painting this way, you know, like it became like a big trend and a meme and stuff. It's probably going to die out really quick. But I don't really have any desire to go back to trad painting and become a trad housewife painter because it just takes too long, and I just don't want to be a part of that process. Like I don't know, and I would have probably never been excited about painting a character model. It would have filled me with dread previously, but now, I mean, I'm now on using a Citadel. Oh, I'm still using a layer brush. Okay, but now I just like it. I'm just like, this is fun. I could do this. Watching you handle that paintbrush, I can see how you got. Shut up, Grey Fox. Shut up. Right, question from Terry. He asked earlier was, why is Sylvaneth now OP? Well, not Sylvaneth, sorry, Lumineth. Terry's referencing the fact that at the Nottingham GT recently, 5 of the top 7 lists were similar-ish Lumineth Realm Lords lists. And why has that just become something that's just happened? And the simple answer is they've always been as good as they currently are. It's just people haven't been using them. And because they thought they weren't good, I'm not really sure why, but they've ended up realizing that they're probably one of, if not the better army in the game. And here we are now. Season 1 had a great Trillion spam list in that last Barrow. Good, I'm glad about that. Rage Pyro, thanks. Strap under his left armpit. Oh, just here, yeah, you fucking ninja. Look at you. Okay. Smashed that one, didn't we? There we go. There we go. Bantech list. Realm Lords have been selling loads in the last week. Hey, Tom, I can send loads of customers your way. Don't you worry about it. Like, it's easy peasy. I'm very surprised by how small that Sylvaneth army that won Knots was, though. As in how many models. So actually, Matt Mallow, who ran that list, I'll be interviewing later today about the list that he would play in the next version of Age of Sigmar. So that's really exciting that he's going to chat to me about what he thinks. And he's written a list for Age of Sigmar 3 for Sylvaneth, and then he's going to be running it at the GT next weekend or in a couple of weekends. So he's going to be talking to me about that later. It's just a good list, like, but Lumineth are a real problem as an army to face because they just are very good. They're just very, very good. All right, so we're going to do Nasdaq yellow. We're gonna push ourselves out. So the classic gold, Nasdaq yellow. Let's do it. Hey, I pushed Squeak Hoppers hard for you. Good, buddy. I'm super proud. There's plenty of listing one-shot tech lists. I don't know if he survives in a strong field of players. Hey, Roscoe, that was a strong field of players, in my opinion. That was a strong field of players. Chat, 1 second. This is super important for all of us in the community. Like, as a man, I feel like it's my responsibility to talk about this stuff sometimes. I sit down okay? I sit down and it's important for you all to hear that, right? It's more comfortable, it's more enjoyable, it's relaxing. Like, I sit down and I think that's very okay to say. I just think we need to normalize it more. We need to be men, and obviously everyone else can also get involved in this, but like it's just, you got some paper towel handy, like toilet roll, if you need to do like any wipes, which feels much better than a shake, which is going to go all over my clothing. Gross. So just a little bit of a dab. That's what I'm trying to say. I sit down yeah, so inspiring. More pleasant for the females around us. Yeah, there we go. Some people in the chat, I'm doing that now. Dabbing is king. Like, yeah, dabbing is king rather than a shake. Sit down weeing is great. You can rest a book on the system and read. Which way round do you sit down weeing? Are you going the other way? So brave. Thank you. All right. Admitting this is so liberating. I do too, man. Admitting this is so liberating. I don't know why. Like, sitting gang, let's go. Right, oppo sitting is the best. Sitting on the loo like a cool teacher. Listen, we all need, I'm going to use Nadrak Yellow for the armor. We need to just normalize this a little bit more amongst all of ourselves, right? Let's just do that for each other, okay? Like, I sit down, and that's all we need, okay? For years, I've suffered alone. This is inspiring. Do we have to steal everything from women? Toxic masculinity. That is true. So Nazareth Yellow for the armor is what I'm doing. I legitimately will wait instead of going to urinal. I find urinals disgusting. Like, personal opinion, having worked in nightclubs for years, like, there's a very strong chance that someone's going to just spray very near me. And so I just avoid it. Just avoid that entire confrontation. I want no part in it. That's what I want. Splashback, yes. What did Hams fans say? Next episode, the gang shit in the sea. What did Jim Collier say? What? That's the power move. What? Going on the toilet backwards? That is a power move. That's true. Anyway, I'm glad we've all shared this moment together. This is a sweet little moment that we'll never forget, and it's important for all of us that we know that. Okay, I'm all about empowering myself and you, chat, so we feel more comfortable as a group, and hopefully this has broken a barrier between us, where we feel comfortable and we don't feel estranged from each other. He gave up after round 2. Shadowsun, I'm super proud of yourself. Well done. What, you just played a game of Warhammer. Good work, bud. Can't get to the going around the twisting wheel episode getting out of my head now. Like, it's just all round a better experience. I think that gold works. What do you think? I think that gold works quite nicely. Like, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'll take that. For the Nasdrag, sorry. Yellow. I'm really happy I went for a bright green. That's really kind of like popping. That's popping quite nicely now. You normally, so Shadowsun in the chat is saying that he normally plays in a local event, but he normally gets very triggered by his opponent's moods. That can be really hard. It can be really hard when you're at an event or you're playing a game and your opponent isn't giving you the energy that you want to be a part of. I can understand that. I can understand that being something that you find really difficult. I definitely could see that, and I'm glad you've found a way to kind of overcome it for yourself. That's quite nice, actually. How can we sit down with chairs aren't real? Do you real? No, I'm not answering that. And the answer is no, I do not. That's gross. Absolutely gross. Kutari, thanks for subscribing for the first time. I assume it's because of my male empowerment message of I sit down we. Oh my god. We have to do it, don't we? Let's do it. Let's tweet it. Let's just do it. Let's just tweet the tweet. We all need to tweet. Okay? Let's just, for the good of all mankind. Listen. I'm sharing this so we can all like admit we do it, and feel more comfortable. Comfortable. Okay, there we go. I sit down. I sit down. To we, or Go to the toilet. Go to the toilet. Handstand poos are a fitness goal. Twitter poll time. No, we're not doing a poll, right? Like, what would the poll say? Okay, is this? What's the choice? I do too. I'm too toxic. Too toxic as a male. Too toxic as a male. Like, facing in or facing out. Okay. We're not doing facing out. That's it. I'm too toxic as a male. Listen, I'm sharing this so we can all admit we do it. We do it and feel more comfortable. I sit down to wee or go to the toilet. There we go. Easy peasy. Tweet. Good. There we go. That's good. We needed that. We needed that as a community. This is the real problem facing our community. Our inability to share our inner feelings. And so hopefully, I think the grey has worked really nice on that backpack. Just as an insane side note, as I carry on in my trajectory of being unhinged. I just need to get a little bit in there because that's a bit too bright. Okay, great. Okay, love that. You have to sit facing the back of the toilet because it doubles as a tray, so you can eat at the same time. Gross. Absolutely gross is what I'm going to say. None of that for me. You missed a dono, I think. Did I? Oh, sit down, gang. I did. Let's the Unity sitting community. Thanks for sit down, gang, for donating £5. Oh man, thanks. That's super nice of you. I really appreciate you. Thanks. Thanks very much, sit down, gang. I'm going to message Tom, who's our designer. So, chat, just so you know, we have chat exclusive t-shirts on the way. So, we also have YouTube exclusive t-shirts on the way. So, I'm going to message Tom and say, Sit Down Gang is some now of the new, but they look really great. They look really, really great. I'm not going to show you them yet until they're ready for launch. We're just trying to work out where to host them at the moment, but they look really great. Really, really great stuff. So I'm super like them. And it's brand new merch you haven't seen before. If I wear one, will I be banned from Local Games Workshop? Let's hope so. I'd also buy that for $1. All right, this is great. I'm too toxic as a male. It's got some votes. I don't know why. Okay, now I'm really invested in this as the honest. I don't want this. I don't want this. No! No! Oh no! Oh god! Right. Anyway, I don't want any of this. Sorry, not sorry. Right, let's just carry on painting, shall we? Because we're doing quite well with Grendel, not Grendel. Sorry. I think he's looking pretty sweet. Chat, what are your thoughts? I think we've got him looking pretty good. Right, I really want to do the kind of the bullets and stuff because there's quite a lot of these. So I'm going to do because there's some silver to come back to, but I need the orange. So I'm just going to quickly grab my orange that I would use all the time. So this is yeah, Gryph-hound orange. So this kind of is like a faux copper in some ways, especially now that there's brighter oranges. And if you mix it with like a tiny bit of brown, so you just mix it with a tiny bit of, I don't know, I've put like, I never understand that like 3-to-1. I put four bits of paint on, and I'm going to add 1 bit of brown on. You tell me what that's 4-to-1. There you go, that's what that is. And then I've added some water. So now it's less than that because I've added water. But that's what I've done. You can now follow me on Twitter for more hot takes. Anyway, right, okay, so then hopefully this makes a kind of a good ammo color. Oh, sorry, you can't see. There you go. Yeah, that's quite nice. I think that reads quite well as a copper, and it's what I like to use for copper. So yeah, so like so again, Griff. I mixed it with the Cygor Brown. Dad Bod, thanks for resubscribing. Almost, always the most honest content. Thank you, Dad Bod. Love you to pieces, and I hope you're well. I don't think that's too bad. What do you think? Like, it is orange. I get it. If I was to be like super serious, I guess then I would try and add some like Nihila oxide or something like that. Let me just re-get the picture of this guy of Ragnar Gunson. But I don't think that's bad for a color. I don't know what like metallic paint. I'd probably just use copper anyway, right? Like as a metallic paint, if you were just picking them out of like the Vallejo colors or Games Workshop colors, you would just pick up copper anyway. Hello, Drew Barry. I always use the same for rust. Yeah, it's a good color. The problem, I guess, is if you're trying to do copper and then rust as well. So there's like, I think where slap chopping and contrast kind of falls down eventually is maybe there just aren't enough colors out at the moment. So you eventually hit a wall of what you can kind of like, what you can make, because you just don't have enough color variety, or it just doesn't read right or something like that. Try and put that in there so you can see. Like I've hit it a few times where I've been like, actually, like this just looks the same as the other bit. Like I do worry that the tones tend to look too similar. But that's just probably because I don't know fuck all about painting. Procrylics copper is amazing. Yeah, you do blends and mix them. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's obviously the correct answer. Just hold on, let me just get in the back of his kind of armor there. You'll never see that, but let's just do it anyway. There we go. Okay. I think the orange is looking really nice, actually. It's not. It's adding something extra to the miniature, because he was looking a bit like he's just looking a bit yellow. And let's be careful here. Can you see? Oh no, I think you can see. I found that I struggle when trying to slap darker colours and black. I just use black contrast, like whatever the black contrast is. Just use that. I definitely have missed some. Let's just get some leather on that bit there. There we go. I think he's starting to look pretty sweet, personally. What do you guys think? Looks pretty cool. I know you can see that graininess now that I've done like the mega zoom in, but at least you can see the miniature in more detail. These like shotgun ammo shots, I think I maybe should have done them red, but too late now. Fucking YOLO. Robert, your energy is infectious. I've basically got a unit of gut rippers, a breaker boss, and a Dagon trunk since the start of the stream. I've been for a sat down wee. Yes, let's go, Double Bluff. Let's go. Yeah, crack on. Just get on with your hobby, man. Like, today I'm doing that thing. This is a personal thing for me today. This is like, if I was being super smart, I should be really aware that Beasts of Chaos are coming out, and I should have done something more like, content aware, and I should have done like, I don't know, like some sort of Beasts of Chaos miniature, and then done that. And then I know Gits are coming up, so I should have done something like that as well. But I just really wanted to do this dude. I was just like, this is great, and almost pushed myself a little bit as well, because I'm like, it's also quite a slow, boring mini, because I'm taking ages, which I don't think is overly engaging. I'm taking ages to paint it because there's just fucking loads going on the mini. So yeah, like, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm saying something. There you go. I think I'm going to have to go back to that green, I think this inside part is his shirt, and I think his shirt is green. It's definitely not metal. So I think that's going to be his shirt color. So let's go. Wednesday's about chilling, yeah. I appreciate you. Cygor Stonks. Exactly, Diadrian. You tend to use more transparent contrasts and do not flesh terror red, wildwood, etc. Why? You tend to use the more transparent contrasts and not flesh terror red, wildwood. Why? Mainly just because of the actual Slapchop thing, right? Like the more transparent paints come through better. Like if I'm trying to show you the green, you should be able to see the green. You can see. Let me try and make that focus. There you go. Yeah. So you can see the dark parts and the light parts of the green really, really well because of the transparency. If you look at the top of this here, sorry, it does look like I've actually blended it to like a lighter point. And bro, I haven't done anything. I just dropped a transparent paint over the top. Like, also at this distance, like, I mean, I'm not holding this particularly far, like half a meter away from my face. I already can't make out most of that detail. Like, I can't. Once that guy's on the board, I'm going to see fucking nothing. So, like, a lot of it is just about blocking colours in. But I guess the nice thing about contrast is when you do look up close, you think, I mean, if I'm being really, really honest right now and looking at it, it looks okay. Like, it looks okay. If, I would like it to look loads better. I think we all see, kind of the Richard Greys, Sugdens, and, other people of the world, like Henry from Cult Paint. We see their paint jobs, and we're like, that's just wonderful. You've made something that looks incredible. I can't make something that looks incredible. Like, that's not true. I could if I put the time and effort in, because they put the time and effort in. I just don't want to. And so I look at it and I think, well, that's okay. Like, he's not beautiful. But he's not bad. He doesn't look like shit. Which, like, I think if I'd have tried to do base coats and washes and layer it up, I think it would have looked shit. I think I would have done a bad job on it. So I think he looks okay. AOS app is updated. Everyone's it fussed. Thanks, Honke. I am fussed. Appreciate you. You should find a non-player, show them the new Beast artwork and hype them, then show them minis. Film all of that and send it to the show. They're not painting an army that standard. That's true. That's the other thing as well. Like, I want this done today. Like, I want this guy done and on a base and usable today. And if I had the rest of the day off, obviously I don't, I would want to do another couple of dudes for a Necromunda, like, team party. I don't want that to be done. Like I like playing the games, and producing those things, it just takes a lot of time. A lot of time. And so, something has to give. But I think this process, at least, means that at least I've got something that I'm actually pretty proud of. Like, I look at it and think, yeah, do you know what? Fucking okay. That'll do. That's, like, but I'm still trying. Like, I'm here actively trying right now. I do my best work on character models. The other guys won't be around long enough to appreciate them. Like, yeah. But anyway, I look at it and think, that's okay. It wasn't what I had in my head. Like, it wasn't like, this is the dream thing. Maybe that was my colour choices. I don't know. Maybe someone else can Slapchop up a better version of this. Final moment. Is that going to be green? Will that make it look weird? Yeah, it's going to be green. Like, it's like an undershirt, isn't it? Okay. This is his undershirt of Grendel. Grendelson. But his name's not Grendel. There we go. Okay. My mate's just done his first Slapchop and he's boosted his confidence by trying painting styles too. Yeah, like, I mean, and there are so many good resources for painting better or painting in other styles, right? Like, loads out there, and that's what's really exciting. Okay, the one thing I need to stop doing is putting so much fucking paint on my wet palette when I'm about to paint, like, one grenade. Like, come on. Let's stop that. Let's stop this behavior right now. This is some nonsense behavior from me. Right, the grenades. I'm going to do a dark green for the grenade. So there's Orc Flesh, or there's Dark Angel's Green. Dark Angel's Green's a bit blue, so I won't do that. I'm going to go for this Militarum Green. This green does end up, like setting a bit much. we'll see how we feel. I mean, it's quite a small mini as well. Like, pretty small mini. Fuck, this stuff. I know this is going to sound odd, and I wonder what everyone thinks. Like, the Games Workshop stuff does settle at the bottom a lot. And the Vallejo stuff doesn't do that. Like, but does it? And you just can't see it because of the bottle. Like, should I be shaking up the Vallejo paints as well? Probably. You need a vortex mixer. I've got a vortex mixer. It's over there actually. It's just it would mean moving, and I'm not moving. Okay, again, too much paint on the web palette. What am I doing? I'm not painting loads of stuff. Stop it, Rob. Have you tried the Vallejo contrast? No, I haven't, Terry. Haven't been able to get myself any yet. So I don't even know if it's on general sale. So that's the kind of where I'm at with that. That looks great. What colour was that again? Just for everyone to know. That was the Militarum Green. Really happy with that for the grenade. I think that looks boss on that grenade. There. Nice different green that you'll never fucking see. Like, no one will ever pay attention to it. But that looks great. I was actually really excited about that. Camera's gone. Sorry. There you go. I'm just having to be very close to this mini. There we go. Fun. That looks great. I'm super happy with that. I wasn't expecting to be happy with that, but that looks great. My local has them, so you can get them. Oh, thank you. Thank you. My local store now is that there's an Element Games in town, and everyone in there's nice. I mean, like, they've been nice to me so far. I mean, they haven't really been, like, I mean, you can't do, they're just nice. They've been nice. Like, and they've got loads of paints. I go in there all the time, and pick up a bunch of paints, and it's been just pretty decent. So they've got loads of stock of loads of different paints. It's quite overwhelming, actually. It's quite fun. It's like a bit of like an Aladdin's toy shop. Like, you go in, you're like, ooh, Turbo Dork, color shift paints, you know, all these other things. It's just fun. Like, it's just a nice place. Like, so that's cool. I've enjoyed that. I think I might do the grenades red, and I could use Sigvald Burgundy as the red, right? Okay, I could, but I don't think that's the right color for a grenade. I feel like a grenade should be orange, not orange. Like, I don't know if it should be like a metallic color, or if it's like a red. It ruins it every time. Yeah, like, we're doing quite well so far. So I think let's just do a couple more like metal pieces. Okay, so back to Basilicum Grey. So we're going to do this armor piece here on his knee. Let's go. And then this one as well. There we go. And then we're also going to do, we'll probably do his feet at the end, but there we go. We will be doing those. Picking out the buckle. What's quite nice as well is you can kind of use it as a wash, right? So just like, there you go, the buckle. Oh, that's way too much. Let's pick that out. Then the ring pull here, and the ring pull there. Easy. I think the chest plate might be more bronzy if you mix a drop bright yellow into it, maybe. So that's just pure Nasdrak, is what it was. That was just Nasdrak straight out. But yeah, I agree with that. I think the green is nice that it was quite bright. It really kind of like pushes against the Nasdaq yellow, which is good. I think that's a positive, personally. So I'm just gonna do these grenades in this kind of grey, because I think they're quite, you know, this is our silver color. This is Reed's silver. I might use the less thinned down version of it as well and try and darken them down quite a bit. Oh no, I got some on the there we go. Saved it. Yeah, I'm gonna darken it down a little bit, and then just use like That's a nice thing as well. Like if obviously when you water down the grey or thin down any of the paints, then when you just use like the heftier paint, like you don't thin it down, it works really well. Like for just you've almost got like two tones of the same color, which is pretty good. Okay, there we go. That's brought him to life a little bit. That's quite a lot of that done now. I think he looks pretty good. See you, Dark Lord. Dark Lord, I'm off taking the dog for a walk. Enjoy your cake and coffee. See you all tomorrow. See you tomorrow, buddy. Hey, Robot Green. What have you used? Looking really good. Thanks. The green on the trousers is Mantis Warrior green. It's quite nice, actually. Like, it's got a nice translucency to it. So, yeah, big fan of that. I think that looks pretty sweet. Like, hello, team. This is actually going quite nicely now. We're kind of cooking with gas. Now that we've got like a load of the kind of high detail bits out of the way, let's do another bit of a grenade here as well on his backpack. Let's do the actual grenade from Militarum Green. That looks quite nice. Just get it all around there. Fuck it, there you go. Yeah, I think he's looking pretty good. Like, I mean, this is just his body, but head, gun, and everything else to go. But I don't think this is too bad. I think I'm happy with this. I think it's went better than I thought it was going to be. Got to slip that burgundy in somewhere, though. Do I? Do I really? Do I want to? I'm not sure I do, but we could try it, I guess. So that's all the metal done, I think. These tools should probably end up being kind of like more industrial, like iron versus steel. That's what I was trying to say earlier, but I messed that up. Iron versus steel. So that's for iron. Okay. Right, I'm going to let that dry for a little bit because there's loads of points there. So he's going to go on the drying rack. Let's pick up his arm, which you had earlier. There you go. So we know his jacket is the green. So this is the colour for his coat. Nice and simple. And then I did get a little bit of his skin on there, and I'm going to just go back over that later. Oh no, I fucked it up again. Well, there we go. I'm definitely going back over it later now. With just white. I'll just repaint that white. You know, like actually just regular human paints. So wherever just normal white is, I'm just going to re-go over that section. That should be fine. That'll save that. Onto the gun, onto his gloves. Ooh, what colour do we want his glove to be? Maybe he could rock the same green. Not sure yet. Or that leather. They look lush. War Hipster does some good contrast mixing content on YouTube. He does a flat white undercoat though. No shadows or highlights. Yeah, like whenever I see people do that, I'm just like, I don't know why. Like, and obviously not to criticize. Like, I just think you just get so much out of adding this little bit. I don't know why you wouldn't just do a little bit of that stuff. But I guess people don't really want to do it. That's fine. They're on their own journey. I'm going to use Cygor Brown for a bit of wood on the gun stock. Here. It's just quite a dark, heavy brown. So I'm going to use this on the gun stock on this part. Which looks pretty sweet. There we go. I mean, you're literally never going to see this bit of the model, but whatever. That's that done. Didn't put too much on the wet palette this time, which is nice. So that's easy. Leather gloves. Yeah, okay, we could do some leather gloves. And then we're going to do like the main stock of this is all just grey. This kind of like, and I guess this is where you would actually you would do the like you would add some extra colors in here as well. Like you could like thread in some rust or some other colors in there once it's dried. Like this is where you would do some extra work. Otherwise, it's going to all look pretty plain, just like just black. Well, basilicum grey specifically. Look at this. I'm taking this so seriously. I can tell how serious I'm being. Like this is not my normal level, chat. Like I could tell I'm being way too serious. Like I actually want to do a good job. So I'm absolutely not focusing. Well, I'm over focusing is what I'm saying. Okay, I'm going to let that dry for a bit because that needs to dry. So just let that go over there. It's the honest Wargamer Rob, the creator of not only Slapchop but the wet palette and brushes and the paints he's using. Hello, Shub Shikomi. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. So this guy's got like a metal arm. So we're going to do a metal arm, and then he's going to have a like a copper. So we're going to get this a little bit redder. He's going to have a copper, what's this called? Wrench. So he's going to have a copper wrench here. So we can use that orange again. I mixed in some brown, so some Cygor brown, just to add a little bit more kind of like, just a little darker brown to it, to the copper. I think that looks pretty nice. Easy peasy. I literally dropped him in the wet palette. That was insane. Didn't land in any of the paint though. Fucking let's go. Dodged a bullet. Okay. Right, easy. Nice. I'm sitting down to piss fame. How is the poll doing? Right? That's the real question. How is the poll doing? So this is my like resource for like looking at it. The poll. Oh wow. There's a lot of comments on this poll. Oh no. It's actually just a conversation about book tactics. That's what it really is. Hold on. 132 votes, 72%. All right. Vast majority of the time, it's a treat. Stops me having to worry about going all sprinkler mode. Rob, you like the most. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Dislike. Only toilet tourists stand away. Woke alert! Oh no! Whole mini update. I'm currently working on the arm here, so let me just apply some. Basilicum grey again, which I again run out of. To this mini, so it looks like he's got a metal arm, because he does have like an Android fake augmented arm. My other update is that this mini is too small. This is a tiny mini, made for lunatics. Who would want to paint minis this small? I don't understand it. What are the tips and tricks for painting small minis? That would be a good video. Tips and tricks for painting very small minis. That's a video I'd like to see. There we go. So that's the arm. Or you couldn't even see any of that. So there's the arm that I'm working on. Okay, right now. This is the other arm, which is just drying. And again, I dropped him in. That's the second time I dropped it into the paint wet palette. There we go. The head and then the whole body is currently looks like this. So that's got a little bit further along. We're quite far into the body. We should do that wrench the same as the other wrench. So let's do that. That's quite brown. Okay. Small hands. That has to be the trick, right? The trick has to be that it's small hands. Can do smaller things. There has to be a science to that. There can't be like some dude who's like, a 6'8" monster with hands like dinner plates, who's like doing the daintiest work. Like that can't be real. That looks really damn superb. Thanks, Double Bluff. Appreciate you. Thanks for the inspiring message and confidence. I don't think it looks too bad, to be honest. Let's just get that strap colour sorted. There we go. Sub-assemblies, this is some Golden Demon level effort. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It is some Golden Demon level effort. I agree. This is the most effort you're going to see me make probably in a long time. Just add a bit more of that basilicum there. It does look pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest. Like he slap chopped up a treat. Like the when I dry brushed it, it looked really good. And I think that's sometimes I look at a mini and once you and maybe the slap chop process works even better on smaller minis because there's just so much texture to like grab and do stuff with. Maybe it works really well because it's small. I'm not really sure. So I'm going to quickly move on to using some Black Templar because it's just obviously darker than the Basilicum Grey. Just because I want to do these pipes in that colour. So just here, and I want it to try and have a different. There we go. Just wanted that to look a little bit different. That's good. So these are the pipes. Okay, I'm pretty certain I can say that. Oh no, I've got to do this strap here. Like he's got some leather. He's got like a bit of a bouticle going across here. Not sure what to do that colour as. So he's done. Like the body's done. Okay, and then we got the head and other bits to do now. So there's his head. It's going to go on and stuff. But the body's done. I'm not going to build it on stream. But the body's done. And I'll come back to that later. We just have to do his head. So here's his head. So the actual mini has got an orange beard. Okay, so we need a bright orange. So we're going to go for Magmadroth Flame. And we are gonna water this down a lot. I didn't do the kneecap. The kneecaps have actually been done. The kneecaps on the mini have been done. I've used like a silver color. I used my basilicum metal on the kneecaps, so they're done. Is that a 3D print? No, it's from the Necromunda range. It's from Forge World. It's a Necromunda mini. So I'm gonna water this down a lot. This Magmadroth Flame stuff because it doesn't. So that's this. Doesn't really work like a contrast paint. So I'm going to water it down a lot, and I hope that just does the job for me. What are you using for basing? I don't know yet, to be honest. So, okay. Not sure about this, but let's see. Let's just fucking see, chat, shall we? I don't think that's bad. And then we'll grab that. So in the actual model, he's got like a white stripe in his hair. So we're going to try and keep that in, if that's possible. So there you go. Oh, I don't know if you can see any of that. There you go. Have you messed around with the other company's version of contrast paints? If so, thoughts? I've used Army Painters, and I don't really like it. And I've been on the phone to Army Painter, and I've told them as much. So, because they offered me like a sponsorship deal thing, and I was like, we don't do that here at the Honest Wargamer. It was very nice of them to do that, because obviously, like, fucking, how cool is that? But I was like, we don't do that, and also, I don't really like those paints, so no from me. But I was like, I really like you as a company. You seem to be really well put together. I'd love it if you had a product I could support, because I would. But right now you don't. I like their base spray paints. Like, some people say they have problems with that. I have no problems with that. Their can sprays are great. I like Army Paint. Their can sprays loads. I would think they're great. Just got the AK diorama line into the shop. They're amazing. Interesting. Oh yeah, I quite like their brushes as well. I've got this brush by them. The character brush. It's fine. It's nice. Like, Slapchop the model and then spend a year freehanding a 2D base. I should spend a year doing a freehand base. I agree. I need like a strap color that's like a little bit of like random. What does this guy use? He uses. Okay, I'm gonna use like bandage. So I'm gonna use bandage material. The bold choice is do I do his glove on his gun? This is looking really bland, isn't it, the gun? I'm going to have to do something about that. Maybe even just re-dry brush it white, to be honest. Do I do it, this is kind of the last question, and then I think we're done for the day. Yeah, I'm going to use Skeleton Horde, obviously, for the straps. Thanks, Siggy. But do I do this green like his trousers? Like, do I just think, right, like, or is he going to look a bit like a green Power Ranger? Or should I just do kind of like black and then just have it be on the actual mini, if I'm looking at it, like from G Dubs, and we are kind of trying to do something similar, it does look black. All right, we'll do black. We won't go too bold on it. We'll just use regular black. So that's whatever color the black is. Isn't it called, yeah, Black Templar? Purple gloves. No, stop making me. Stop making me do purple. Stop it. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Simple. And then he does have like a shoulder pad. We're going to do that as the leather brown as well. Yeah, we can do that as the leather brown that we've been using for leather through the whole way. So it's like a leather shoulder pad. So, and then we are going to finish this whole model off. Oh, there's a bit of black that can go on there. Finish the whole model off by not sticking them together, obviously. We need to just do this little bit of shoulder pad, which they've also done as green. So we'll follow the Forge World paint scheme, or do that little shoulder pad the same way that they've done it. There we go. In that same green that they used, and then they used their gold color as a bit of trim. So we'll do that as well. Probably have to wait for the green to dry off, to be honest, to do that. So I don't think I'm going to be able to put them together on stream. So I'm going to have to put some photos up, and I'll put them in the Discord, and obviously I'll tweet them and stuff as well. So there's kind of the body and hand there. You can see. And then if we were to get the body and stick his gun on, like there as well, I think it looks fairly cohesive. And then final little touch is the head, which isn't finished yet. There you go. Like, he just needs some the orange going on the rest of his head. And I know, is it not in focus? Is that the issue? There we go. There you go. That's pretty cool. For a day's paint job, like, I'm not unhappy with that. Like, I'd happily be like, I'm excited to put this guy on the table, and just be chuffed with the fact that it wasn't even a day, was it? Like, it's an hour and a half. It's how long it's taken me to do that, which doesn't feel super long. Like, thanks for the chill stream, Rob. I'm off now. Yeah, look after yourself, buddy. Super easy. So, I'll stick him together later. Another time, and then I'll put some pictures up when he's finished and stick him on a base. And I hope you enjoyed that, and thanks for tuning in.